All right, guys. So we're gonna work on defense versus takedowns. Okay. In a pure wrestling environment, people get really low here in their stance. Okay. It's something like that. When you're fighting, obviously you can't afford to get that low. In a perfect world, I want to be as low like this as possible. So when he shoots in, I'm right here ready to go. But in a fighting environment, I can't afford that. So that being said, my actual stance is going to vary depending on my opponent if I have that kind of knowledge in advance. If I know this guy's pure striking and I want to strike with him, I'm going to have a nice upright stance here. But if I want to take him down, I might have a more staggered kind of lower stance ready to go in if I want to. Furthermore, let's say I just want to strike with him and he's a wrestler guy. If he's a wrestler, I'm probably going to be a little wider stance here, a little lower. I'm going to lose some mobility of my footwork and my kicks and stuff, but I'm going to be better able to receive them to throw my strikes. So that's just something to think about in advance. Now, okay, when he shoots in, we went over did we go over last class using the shoulder pose?
Yeah.
Okay. So if he shoots in, ideally, I want to use the shoulder post there and flare out at an angle, not straight backwards, right? If he shoots in at me and I go straight backwards, it gives me the opportunity to pop my arms up and keep coming in, right? So we want to pop and bring our arms back to prevent the reshoot, but I also want to flare out so he can't keep that forward progression. He has to stop and turn, okay? If I go here and he does pop up, what's next? My elbows come down, right? When my elbows come down, I can use my forearms now to work the head and all that. Okay? And if all else fails, what's my last defense?
Your head.
My head, right? I come here, bing. That collision is going to stop him from re-engaging. So as I'm posting, I'm lowering myself. I did that time that I was talking to you guys and I was trying to talk over him, but when he's coming in a real shot, go ahead. Okay, I want to come down to the same level as his head with my head, as that last safety net. Okay? That being said, I had to have an awareness to get those three zones of defense going. And if he happens to, I'm throwing a right hand or something, or I just don't see, or he throws a right, he throws a straight left, right? And then he shoots it on me. Boom! And he just went by all that. I didn't have my head to lower. I didn't have my hands. I didn't have anything. He went through all that. The first thing I want to do, go ahead, is use this hip here and hit him hard here, like if you were throwing a kick, to help stop his momentum. Furthermore, if he's kind of weak, or you're exceptionally strong, or a combo of the both, right? Sometimes this will knock him right up to his back. Believe it or not, I've done that in competition. Where a guy shoots in a double, right? Boom, and I rule him over like this. Now, that's a very perfect scenario kind of deal, but you aim for that, and what you really get something in the middle, where he's coming in with a hard shot, he gets shook with that, and he kind of pauses there. That's going to let me go to my next step. So, when he shoots in, boom, right here. Then the next step is going to be to attack the head right away. You have two options. One is stuffing the top of the head down, okay? Or one is coming across the face this way. If Sean's this way for the camera's benefit, okay? Stuffing the top of the head down or coming across the face this way. Okay, I like to grab onto the tricep here to give me something to help get that in there. With the cross face, in a training environment or in a sport grappling environment, you're coming against the face here with the blade and coming here. In a fight environment, you can really hit with that as you come this way. Guys got that? Now, whichever you choose, cross face or head stuff, they're both effective. Okay? From here, I'm going to bring my hip forward. I'm going to keep control of this arm here, and I'm going to sprawl. When I sprawl, I'm focusing on bringing my lead hip down. Okay, as my get low, boom, here, stretching out all the way. Okay, so that all my weight is on him. Go ahead. Bang, right here. Push, sprawl. Now he's going to most likely still have my legs if he's good. Okay, so when I get here, he still has my legs. From here, I'm going to plaster it, hip down. Notice all my weight is on his head and his arm here, mostly his head. And from here, I can work my spin around. Or bail out, or go for a choke. They have all kinds of options. Common mistakes. Okay?
Right.
Yeah, either one. He shoots in, try to sprawl now instead of addressing the hit. If he shoots in, go ahead, and he's already here, and now just try to kick backwards only, he's got a good chance of finishing the shot. If he beats you to the punch, you got to kind of fight fire with fire. The second you feel him touching your legs like that, he's already in deep, hit him right away. Then immediately sprawl. But the next mistake is forgetting to address the head and just sprawling. If I just sprawl here, he can cut the corner on me. He's still strong, okay? I need to come here or here. Now, next mistake is people get here, they do this, keep holding, okay? But now, they focus on their legs and they're like this, wiggling, but they forget about the head. I'm attacking this head the whole time. If I choose to cross-face, I'm cross-facing the whole time, just pushing it out. If I'm choosing to stuff the head, I'm trying to put his own face into his own crotch the whole time, push, as I'm wiggling my hips. Now, people make a mistake and get on their knees here. This can give them a second wind to reshoot and drive back in. Go ahead. Drive back in, yeah. Okay, so once I've got him here, I'm still off my knees, crushing my ticket, pushing his head in. You see how I'm pushing his head? Okay, so I can now initiate my offense. Guys, got it? Went over last stuff because we're adding on to what we already went over last week. Okay, so one more time from the top. First line of defense, when he shoots in, is going to be the hands and flare out. Okay? Now, if he beats the hands, whoop, it's going to be the elbows. Okay? If he beats the elbows, it's going to be the head. Right here. Now, if he totally caught me off guard, bang, hip in first hard with the lead hip. Bang. Tack the head either this way or this way. Okay? I'll do crossface this time since I haven't been doing crossface. I'm not a crossfacer, but works great. Okay? Then from here, sprawl, hip forward. He still has the legs. Keep punching, keep sprawling out. And then go. Guys, got it? Yes. Let's walk through all that. Okay, any questions? Give your partners on 3. 1, 2, 3.